So, the topic for tonight, happiness is all around. How can one find happiness in every place? You have to understand on this fact first. As the Buddha mentioned, everything originates on the mind. So mind forms all mental condition. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speak or act within a pure mind, happiness follow him even as the shadow never leaves. So, no matter what life you're running, what situation you are in, what may you face, as long as your mind is bright and happy, you will always find happiness everywhere. Okay? So from this we get in conclusion that mind is the source of everything when one try to live a happy life. And so, I have some example that I like to share. And in conclusions from what we have mentioned, mind is the source of everything. If you want to be happy, you have to make yourself happy through the mind first. So thinking positive would lead one to find happiness in life. Therefore, we must find a way to think positive. To understand and think about positive completely, one must understand the fact of life. What is the fact of life? At least concerned with two things. One, everything has its own consequence, no matter whether they are good or bad. Once you performing it, it will come back. Just like a tree that you plant. If you plant a corn, you will not get peanuts or watermelon. You will get corn. If you plant watermelon, you will get watermelon. Same thing. No matter what action you perform, it will come back eventually, even though it won't be that fast. Just like when you're planting the tree, it takes time to come to grow. Same thing, the action when one's performed, it will come back, but it's taking time to return to you. The harder it is, the stronger it will be. Next, understand the fact, if one creates positive energy to one's life, one will be happy. If one creates negative energy to one's life, one will be unhappy. Similarly to what I mentioned earlier, but understand this, that no matter what happens, as long as one continues to create positive energy by doing good things, it will giving its fruit someday. So understand these two facts, then everything that's come back, or everything that you face on your daily life will always be happy to you, because we cannot know what we will see in our future. But one thing we will know, if we do something like this, eventually this thing will come back to us. Understand these two facts will allow one's life to be able to think positive greatly. Okay, so start with your thinking. Think positive by understanding everything has consequence and it takes time. And if you do good, you will get good consequence. Understand this will allow one to strive to be happy only. Okay. Second, I have another example like I mentioned. What if we remember from what we discussed last week about what if. Here, there is an example. The example comes from this. A real life person. His name is Punna, Venerable Punna Sunaparanta. Okay. I remember I mentioned about this person about last month but just to remind you, okay, refreshing for those who have joined us later tonight too. Venerable Punna Sunaparanta, he is an actual figure, okay. His history, his background was, he was a very capable and I would call high-running businessman during the time of the Buddha. One day, he usually traveled around from town to town to sell his item, since he's a merchant. One day, it happened to be his lucky day. He stopped by his caravan. His caravan. His caravan, yes. He stopped by near a place called Jetavana Temple. It just happened to be the day that the Buddha in the middle, during the night, the Buddha would teach the Dhamma to the people. During the time when he stopped near the Jetavana, he saw many people walk by his crew, his caravan, and he asked them, "My good friend, what's going on? Why are you going to that place, Jetavana? What is the things? Is there something going on?" The people who went there replied to him, "Oh, you don't know? The Buddha is teaching the Dhamma today. The Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, all the triple gem is very hard to come by. And now it has been come to the world. We all went there to see, listen to the Dhamma from the Buddha." The man, or Punna, he was so surprised. He wanted to know what it is, so he brought his friend too, to go listen to the Dhamma. After the sermon finished, he was so happy. And so, in the next morning, he requests the Buddha, his audience, and he offering food to the Buddha and all the monks in the temple as a token of gratitude of learning something that he never heard before last night. Then he went back to his caravan, and then he told them, "My good friend, I have decided I will ordain and live a monastic life from now on. Please bring all my money and all my belonging back to my brother and families. I am now will ordain." Oh, just for your information, Venerable Punna at that time has not married yet. Okay, so he don't have worry about his family, just his brother, father, and mother. So when they all went back, he went to see the Buddha again, and he requested for an audience that he like to ordain. So the Buddha allowed him to ordain. He went to practice meditation by his own after he learned from the Buddha. He practiced for quite some time, for almost, for the whole rain retreat. It just happened to be that for the whole rain retreat, his meditation doesn't progress very well. So he thought that, why? So he found a conclusion, probably the city or the town that he lived nearby in order to practice meditation are not suitable for him. It's maybe too hot or too cold, I don't really know. But he thought that if he go back to his hometown, he might get familiar with people, food, and even the weather. So he went to see the Buddha on that day after the rain retreat and request that the Buddha would allowing him to go meditate on his own in the town. The town that he's from is called Sunaparanta. Wait a minute, you might ask. That's his last name. Well, the people during the time when they have name, okay, sometimes they use the city as the name, kind of like Punna of the town Sunaparanta in this case, okay. So therefore, don't be surprised if sometime we mention a historical figure, and we use the town name as his last name, because that's how they reference in the history. And so when he went to request an audience with the Buddha asked him, "What is your business?" Buddha said, "My Lord, Master, I would like to practice meditation in my hometown. The Buddha asked, where is your hometown, Punna? My town is in Sunaparanta. The Buddha replied quickly, Punna, the town of Sunaparanta is very far from here. Buddhism has not gone to that place just yet, and the people over there are very rough. What if they scold you when you are going there? With his happy mind and positive thought, Punna said, whenever Punna replied to his master, if they scold him, I would think it's good, because at least they do not hurt me. What if they hurt you, Punna? The Buddha asked. He replied, it's good, my Lord. At least they do not throw clod, in this case soil or rocks. They do not throw rocks at me, my Lord. At least it's hurt less. The Buddha asked again, what if they throw rocks, clod at you? Well, my Lord, still good, because at least they do not hit me with a stick. Oh, what if they use a stick, a weapon? My Lord, it's still good, at least it's not a weapon. What if they use a weapon? At least they will not end my life. They will not end my life. What if they end your life? At least, my Lord, I don't have to end my life myself. You know what the Buddha said? He said, good, Punna, very, very good. You know how to encourage and think positive to yourself. You are ready to go to your town, Paranta. So, you may go. And eventually, after he went there, nothing really happened like the Buddha asked him. He was happy and he behaved himself so well. The town people really loved him dearly. So finally, most of the people in town after that, he went spend time there when he become enlightened. They become Buddhists, follow his guidance as well. And as you can see from here, many things can happen to us. But if we think negative, it will lead us to be unhappy all the time. Imagine if something happened to us like these questions that the Buddha asked. What if we facing something like this? Can we really encourage ourselves? As a person like him, to understand this and say this to the Buddha, he don't say it lightly. He must be really meaning it. When one speaks to the Master, one cannot lie. So when he replied to the Buddha with something like that questions, he don't mean it. He really mean it. So therefore, in this story, it shows that he has ability to survive and find himself positive and happiness all around him. However, that is just a story of India's example. What about the next one? I have one is from China. Let's take the next one. The story is from, it's named Elder Sai Horse. Oops. My bad. It is a story from Japan, but the story originate in China, which is influenced into Japan. Elder Sai in here, his character from here, he has understand the world very completely since he is that old, and he experienced many hardship in life. Finally, he had come to conclusions. So many people respecting him and love him a lot. Let's hear his story, shall we? Come on. Okay. Elder Sai. The story goes like this. Once upon a time, in the land of China, there is a man, an old man, who is lead a happy life, understand everything completely. One day he has lost or losing his favorite horse. Many people worry that he might be very upsetting, so they come to cheer him up. They said, Elder Sai, please don't be sad. Your horse gone. Don't worry. You can always get another one. But Elder Sai doesn't show his sign of sad or unhappy at all. He only said to them, one day it may bring me good luck. They were all, what? What? You losing a horse, how can you get good luck? Elder Sai understand that if there is a good and bad, there will always be bad. Just like yin and yang, there is always darkness in every light, and there is every light, always darkness. Understand like this, make him don't really care about much. And then a few weeks after that, the horse that he lost, came back again with a new horse, a new one, is female. So come both together. People will come back to him. His neighbor said, oh, elders, you're lucky. Yeah, very lucky. You're losing a horse and now it's come back with a new one. But then he don't really happy neither. He just said, one day it may bring me bad luck. It was like, what? You just got a new car. I mean, a new horse. Why you think it's bad luck? And then a week after that, his son want to try. I think I mistyping it, sorry. His son want to try a new horse, so he rode on it, and accidentally he fall off from the horse and he broke his leg, and it's causing him become a handicap for life. Elder Sai, don't be happy nor sad neither. People come to comfort him again. I'm sorry, elder, your son become a handicap. Now he lose his future. But Elder Sai replied, well, this could be good luck. They were like, your son become a handicap and you think it's good luck? They don't understand him, but he himself still remained calm, not too happy, not too sad neither. But the thing is, a month after that, there is a war coming, and the government in China at that time recruit all young men to be in the service to protect the country. But his son is a handicap, so he do not need to go into the war, and he still survive, live himself happily ever after. And this from here, you can see in here, not everything in life is absolutely negative, nor absolutely positive. If you understand that, you will be able to find happiness in your life all days round. Okay? I have some video I'd like to show you. Can you show the video for? Yes, commercial too. This is the video that I got. It's from the internet, the commercials. It's about a guy. Well, read it. Well, watch it. You see, it's short. Okay.
When your cable company keeps you on hold, you get angry. When you get angry, you go blow off steam. When you go blow off steam, accidents happen. When accidents happen, you get an eye patch. When you get an eye patch, people think you're tough. When people think you're tough, people want to see how tough. And when people want to see how tough, you wake up in a roadside ditch. Don't wake up in a roadside ditch. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Let's go back. Okay. So from here you can see from the video, the guys from not getting a cable causing him to be negative, and thus making him injure his eyes, and people think him very badass, so they come to get him, and in the end It just originates from not getting cable. As you can see here, if you think positive, you might not get the same result. So being positive will be able to lead one's mind to find a bright, happy, and never losing strength or willpower in the end. If you see this, I think you get the idea what I'm talking about. However, our life are not just going to be positive. What if something happened or we are in difficult situation? In this case, here is what I can tell you to solve. 4 things that you can do when you find yourself in difficult situation. Okay. 1, if there's a problem coming in, try focus yourself on solving the problem, analyzing, think very truly in solving it. If you don't try to solve your problem, many of the bad things will come further. Don't want any more than that. Try to solve it. And at the same time, keep working too, because in our daily life, nothing is always absolutely ready. So therefore, we must solving the problem and working at the same time. In this case, only then you can survive yourself in difficult situation. Is it enough? No. Cultivating virtue or positive energy so that you can be happy. At the same time, when you're solving the problem, keep working and try to make good deeds by create good things in your life at the same time. And don't forget, meditation is also essential. Therefore, don't forget to meditate. It will help you survive your difficult situation. The more you remain calm, the better you will be. Before we end tonight, let's watch another commercial as our parting gift for tonight.
When you wait forever for the cable guy, you get bored. When you get bored, you start staring out windows. When you start staring out windows, you see things you shouldn't see. When you see things you shouldn't see, you need to vanish. When you need to vanish, you fake your own death. When you fake your own death, you dye your eyebrows. And when you dye your eyebrows, you attend your own funeral as a guy named Phil Shifley. Don't attend your own funeral as a guy named Phil Shifley. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. When you wait forever for the cable guy, you get bored. When you get bored, you start staring out windows. When you start staring out windows,
story. If you get a cable, if you don't get a cable, you won't get to see the window, see the thing that you should not see, and find bad luck to your life. Same thing. If you don't think too much, you will not find unhappiness in your life. So think positive, okay, everyone. You can find happiness in your life. Thank you for joining us, and see you again next month. Thank you. Stay tuned. Enjoy our new ending program.
So I turn constant, and the days blur into one, and the backs of my eyes on the things I've never done. Seats are swayed